How far will you go?
Hello, everybody. It's Aaron from GoGrava.com, founder and CEO, and I wanted to talk today about the wandering bicycle or getting away from tech in a certain aspect. Now, tech isn't all that bad. So I have, bought recently that $599 Moto Bikini, and I have a lot of tech. Here's some Garmin and some Wahoo, and I've used a lot of tech in my life. And I was a former product manager at Wahoo Fitness for a while too. Now, before I get into the tech, what gives me any right to tell anybody about how to bicycle or how to enjoy it more and things like that? And I will say to you is I probably have in my lifetime over 100,000 miles on a bicycle. In the last decade, 10 or 11 years, I have at least documented 35,000 miles on the bicycle. All super enjoyable, and probably more like 40,000 or 45 because I don't really keep track of all my miles, because sometimes using these bike computers can take the fun out of the experience, right? So let's look at my experience. So I've bicycled all over the world. I've hiked all over the world. I've camped all over the world. And I'll just give you some examples of things I pulled up. So I've been to the UCI headquarters in Aigle, Switzerland, rode on that very steep track right there on a track bike, which was an amazing experience. And also the BMX track at the UCI Center. And there's me, chubby old me, probably 205 pounds, who made it up Col de la Croix in Switzerland. And it was an amazing ride, even though it was very cloudy that day. I've been to the Middle East. I have some military service. I have a lot of time around the Middle East and in Asia in general. I've ridden my bicycle, lived in Germany 2 years, rode my bicycle all over Germany, all over Czech Republic, down to Austria, in the Bavarian forest. I've gone on hiking trips through the Italian and Swiss Alps regions with my family, which was amazing. And also in Reno, Nevada, out there, Lake Tahoe. There's the Wahoo crew. Doing a hike there up to the top of the mountain. And I've been to Colombia, South America. I love South America and Central America. There's me in Medellin, Colombia, going on a bicycle tour, looking at some of those famous statues. Name that artist, if anybody can name that artist. And I've been to Tasmania. I've climbed that big, huge mountain in Tasmania, and the tour down under in Adelaide, and I've been to Melbourne too, but got to hold a baby kangaroo. But then Greipel came up and had to outdo me and also hold the baby kangaroo. And, I get to meet some shady people along the way, like Neil Henderson, super fantastic coach, and champion Rohan Dennis, just amazing athlete himself. So, I've had all of these tremendous experiences in my life, and all I'm doing here at GoGrava and at Grava Adventure Corporation is trying to help normal people just have normal adventures, and then we can learn together on how to have bigger and greater adventures along the way and provide services and help you in that process. Now, let's get back to the technology. Now I have, a Garmin here, and I have a Wahoo, and I won't get into who is better. Again, I have a Wahoo watch, a Garmin watch. This technology is really good if you're training. Like if you want to get the most out of yourself as an athlete, you can't beat this stuff. I mean, it is going to get you to the top of your condition possible and tracks your miles, your power, your heart rate, all that stuff. But it can take the fun out of things. If you have a computer, it can take the fun and out of the experience of just hiking and riding your bike. And I want to bring the fun back. That's what we're going to do today. We're going to bring a little bit of fun back, even though this is a solo trip. But I won't say which one's better, Garmin or Wahoo. But, if you're riding around your neighborhood, like some of these fitness devices will cost just as much as my Moto Bikini that I pay $599 for. They're really expensive. It's really a huge investment. And there's something about just riding around and figuring it out as you go. Or if you already have a cell phone, using your cell phone to help you with mapping capabilities. Because that's where the other part of these things help out is with mapping. So if you're in a new area, it is helpful not to go down the wrong road or not to be constantly looking at your phone. But on the other hand, some of these devices get in our heads, and then every stop sign's a sprint with the bike, and we're always kind of over challenging ourselves and maybe pushing it. It really, I guess what I'm trying to say is sometimes these devices turn cycling or running or hiking into work. Like, when's my next destination? How long is it before I get there? How many miles have I ridden? All of these things, which are sometimes, to me, they take you out of the element of being in nature. So with that said, let me go to the Motobecane. I've got 50 miles on it. I did some changes. There's a couple of issues, but for $599, I don't know that you're going to find a better all-around bicycle for a beginner than this thing. So let me get off this presentation and let me go show you the bicycle. Okay, everybody, I'm out with the bike. So I have these pedals here, and they have these little spiky things, and man, they were ripping my legs apart. And so I had to unscrew them, but I mean, they're much better, but I'll cut to the video with that. So you need to get pedals that are like, bigger than the ones you get with standard pedals, but these ones come with these really tough, spiky pieces on there. And when you get clipped with those big pedals, it like rips your legs apart. So I took those off. But other than that, I got to put my pannier bags on, before we do our ride tonight. And then the only thing really that's been going on with the Motobecane is the grips right here. See this? It's falling apart. So that wasn't a very good job. But like I said, this all-around bicycle, it's got the bolts up front. I'm going to be using the bags that we have, the fork bags here soon. I've tested them out before. People have been riding on them. They're fantastic, but I got to actually use them myself. These new ones I got, not the old ones. So yeah, we're going to go out tonight and let me get the rest of my stuff, and we're going to do a wandering bicycle ride. All right. Okay. We get down the road here. Let me just stop for a second. Kickstand up, left kickstand sometimes, but on my bike, since it is getting later, I put a light on right here, and then I also have in the back another light right there for the rear reflector to be safe. Okay, so what I'm doing tonight is called the wandering bicycle. So the point of this is to just get out without any devices. I'm gonna go this way. I've never been this way before. Nice little neighborhood.
With no guarantee,
Yeah, so our purpose here is just to do a casual ride. Give yourself a couple of hours to just wander around your area and just enjoy things and see what you find. I can tell you, I've never ridden my bike down the street before. So again, I'm just wandering around. I'm in like West Reading, and I noticed something. And this is the advantage you get of just riding your bike casually and just checking things out and going places. Like, I try to go down roads I've never been down before, but we have a place. It's a Japanese noodle restaurant. And hey, I lived in Japan for a year, so I'm gonna have to take the wife and family here and check this place out. What's it called? Taki. Aro. Ohayou gozaimasu. Domo arigato. Japanese is horrible. All right, I'm actually find somewhere to sit down and grab a drink, and then I'm gonna head home. Okay, that light's bright, but I ran into somebody. I went out. It's like 9 o'clock at night. Ran into somebody from the bicycle industry, quasi bike industry, and we sat and chatted for a while. Just been a great evening. The bicycle's doing great, fantastic, and yeah. So you kind of take back your time here, and don't worry about the electronics or the shifting or anything like that. You kind of just try to go out and explore, maybe stop somewhere, relax for a bit, and that is doing, the relaxed kind of wandering bicycle ride. Love the wandering bicycle ride.